All right, had quite a few requests for this one. I've already done general buffet strategies, but some of you guys wanted me to get specific and talk about the Chinese buffet. So here is how you maximize your experience with the Chinese buffet, what to get, what to avoid, and how to leave that place an absolute local legend. All right, first thing you're going to want to do, report to your table. Tell them you want a water. Don't be getting soda. We've talked about this. Some of you disagree on that, and if you disagree that strongly, get the soda, whatever. Anyway, don't be sitting down just yet, all right? That's a fool's errand, all right? You're going to need your knee strength to get to and from the buffet. Go straight to the buffet and start scoping it out, all right? See what's good there. See what looks good. See what they have. See what's appealing to you. Get an idea. Get a lay of the land. First thing I like to do is I like to stop by the hibachi station. Now, that's not Chinese, that's Japanese, whatever. The Asian buffet. Anyway, go over there because that's the freshest, best food you're going to eat that day. Make you a plate. Go over to all those raw items. Get you a lot of that steak, a lot of that shrimp, the chicken, the pork, whatever. Proteins, man. Some vegetables even if you want, to make it a full experience. Try to stay away from the noodles and the rice. That's going to fill you up, so don't mess with it unless you really, really, really want to. Now go and hand it to that guy behind the grill. He's probably not actually Asian, but he's doing a fine job. That's your first plate. Next, you want to go to your more expensive seafood items. Your shrimp cocktail. Crab legs, if you must. I like crab. I just don't think crab legs are worth the time and the effort. Cuts into your 4 to 6 hours of allotted time there at the Chinese buffet. Or so they tell me. Anyway, I can take or leave the crab legs. Also, I'm a pretty big fan of these chicken on a stick things. Those are always delicious, and it's just pure protein, so get those. Also like the salmon. You know what I'm talking about, the salmon. You get a little chunk of the salmon. Get the salmon. Now it's time to jump balls deep into the sushi. You want to go sashimi first, obviously, then your nigiri, and then your rolls. But you want to go by least to most rice because we're trying to avoid rice and carbs. Takes up space, remember? Remember, sushi's more expensive, so that's an item we want to have more of, all right? Save the cheap stuff for the people that don't know. Now you want to go over to the fried section. You know this part of the buffet, all right? The crab rangoons. Hard to screw up a crab rangoon. Get a bunch of them. All right, you got the cheese stuffed mussels. Those are delicious, and they're expensive. And then you got the egg rolls, the spring rolls. You know what I'm talking about, the sweet and sour chicken. The chicken wings. Get the chicken wings. Those are expensive in the outside world. Chow down on the chicken wings. They got good chicken wings at the Chinese buffet, so get some. Make you a whole plate of this stuff. Now at this point, you should be about 3 or 4 plates in. Things are going hot and heavy right now. You need to take a little break. You need to cool off. All right, that's what I like to get, some soup. A lot of people rag on me for liking soup. Whatever, I'm a soup man. I like the hot and sour soup, the egg drop soup. Go over there, get you a plate. Put a bowl of the soup on top of the plate. Surround it with wontons, all right? Because you're clumsy, you big clumsy jackass. You're going to spill it all the way back to your table. So get that plate underneath. Next, you want to move on to your traditional hot Chinese dishes. Now, this can be a mixed smorgasbord. You kind of got to know what you're looking for. You got to know what's good at your Chinese buffet. Everybody's Chinese buffet is different. But generally, in my experience, the pepper steak with onions is pretty decent. The sesame chicken, the General Chow chicken, the coconut shrimp, the Mongolian beef, those sorts of things. I like a good stuffed mushroom. Those are usually over there. Those are hard to screw up. Just, I would say stay away from the lo mein and the fried rice. I know you like it, but that's something you want to enjoy as a takeout item. When you get takeout Chinese food, get it then. But not today. This is buffet time. I also really like that cheesy seafood thing that they have. It's got the cheese and the imitation crab. That's pretty good. Whatever you do, just avoid the American items, the mashed potatoes, the macaroni, the yeast rolls. That's a trap. I hope I don't have to tell you that, but I guess I do. Now, when it comes to dessert at the Chinese buffet, you got to be careful. They got these beautiful pastries. They look beautiful, but they don't taste good. These are disgusting. Don't let your eyes deceive you, all right? These are garbage, cardboard tasting pastries. They're probably made in a bakery that's ran by the Chinese mafia or something. Don't even touch them. What I recommend are the Chinese donuts. Hot, fresh, sugary, delicious. Then go over here, get you some chocolate pudding, some Jell-O if you must. That creamy fruit stuff that's like got the chantilly cream in it. That's good. I also like to roll back up and get some of those fried bananas. Also, they're going to have ice cream. Don't get tempted. This is for the kids. You don't want to eat out of here. I know we've been eating at the buffet all day, but don't eat out of here. These kids are digging down in there with their elbows. All you're getting is ice cream with booger and butt crumb sprinkles. Don't eat the ice cream. Now, before you leave out of there, all bloated, leave a nice tip. A lot of people in my last video, they gave me a lot of crap for saying I should leave a tip at a buffet. These people aren't making a lot of money. And if you're eating like I am, you're clearing out a lot of plates afterwards. So tip them nicely. Also, the main thing is it builds goodwill, all right? This is how you get to stay longer, all right? They're not going to kick you out after 2 hours if you're tipping nice. They're like, oh, there's the friendly fat guy with wads of cash. Hope this helps. And that's how you Chinese buffet like a legend.